In the story of Jujutsu Kaisen, we have a lot of characters that plays major roles in the entire story, and the one that stands out the most is the one and only Satoru Gojo. It's because when Satoru Gojo was first introduced into the story, he was the pinnacle of strength, the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer to have ever lived in this era. And by looking at the title of this video, some of you guys will definitely disagree. Satoru Gojo is a tall white-haired man with the limitless and 6-eye ability whose strength should technically be way above special grade. This rank is only for the elites and the best of the best in Jujutsu Kaisen. Satoru Gojo has been in 2 near-death encounters before, when he faced Toji Fushiguro in the Hidden Inventory arc and when Kenjaku made his master plan to try to steal away Gojo for thousands of years. Toji Fushiguro is the father of Megumi Fushiguro, and he is a skilled and powerful Jujutsu sorcerer that technically killed Satoru Gojo before, and he did it without even using any curse energy at all, and that's because he has no curse energy. Kenjaku is a sorcerer from the same era which Sukuna is from, which is the Heian era. And ever since Kenjaku was introduced to the story, his plan to stop Satoru Gojo was sealing him away so he wouldn't be a problem in the Shibuya incident arc. Now obviously when Toji killed Satoru Gojo, it failed. Satoru Gojo revived himself using RCT, which he learned on the brink of death, which he came back and became even stronger than before. And when Kenjaku sealed Satoru Gojo, it failed to keep him contained because his students broke the seal and released him, and he immediately wanted to find Kenjaku to get his revenge, but got attacked instantly by the one and only Ryomen Sukuna, who was in Megumi's body at the time. The reason why Megumi was taken over by Sukuna was because he had a technique that would change the battle between Sukuna and Gojo forever. During the fight between Ryomen, Sukuna and Gojo, we saw that Gojo was up against Sukuna, Maharaga, and Ajito. And even though it was a 3v1, that didn't stop Satoru Gojo from defeating both cursed spirits that was helping Sukuna at the time and got Sukuna nervous for the first time in 1000 years. During the fight, Sukuna noticed how Maharaga slashed off Gojo's hand and basically copied the ability for himself. We also know that he can copy abilities because he has done it many times before. For example, when he copied Jogo's flame abilities and Choso's blood manipulation. We don't exactly know how many exact techniques he can copy or what are the expectations and limitations of these copied abilities, or if he can copy every ability at all, but he can copy most abilities in Jujutsu Kaisen. During the fight between Gojo and Sukuna, he used these abilities that he copied to supposedly kill the Satoru Gojo with an attack that completely bypassed his infinity and split him in half, instantly making it look like he was dead for sure. But what a lot of you guys are missing is that Gojo has already been in this encounter before. As I mentioned earlier, Toji Fushiguro did kill Satoru Gojo before, and he came back stronger than ever, and Gojo himself said that if you wanted to make sure I'm dead, you should have taken off my neck, and coincidentally we haven't seen his neck off his body. As long as the neck is connected to his body, he can still use RCT to heal himself, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. Even to add more to this evidence, Yuki was split into half and was still able to move and even held on to Kenjaku's leg with a lot of strength. Even when she is split into half, just like Satoru Gojo, she can still have the strength to do all of this action. So are you saying that Satoru Gojo is weaker than Yuki? Even though Satoru Gojo is slashed in half, he still has his RCT replenished. And as stated, if Gojo can grow back his arm, he can grow back his body as well. It would be something we haven't seen before, but it can happen 100% for sure. Ultimately, we still haven't seen 3 important characters as of the making of this video, and that's Maki, Yuta, and Shoku, which 2 of them right now in theory could possibly be healing Satoru Gojo as well. Satoru Gojo is not confirmed to be 100% dead, and he still isn't ready to leave the story of Jujutsu Kaisen just yet because he still hasn't achieved this goal. It wouldn't be the exact first time we see a character come back to life even though they were 100% confirmed to be dead, and I'm talking about Toji Fushiguro. Even though you can say Sukuna did win the battle against Gojo, it's not over, and this certainly will not be the last time we hear about Satoru Gojo in the story of Jujutsu Kaisen. Satoru Gojo will be back. The reason why Gege made the decision to kill Satoru Gojo in the way that he died is to further develop the plot of Jujutsu Kaisen and to give the others more screen time. With a battle as big as this one, if Gojo is alive, he should be fighting the strongest, and right now that is Ryomen Sukuna. And if Gojo won against Sukuna, it actually won't give the main character of the story any meaning. Sukuna has been torturing Yuji Itadori the whole time he has been in Yuji's body, and even though this would be good for the Jujutsu Kaisen world, it would basically be like someone else stealing your kill in Call of Duty. I know this sounds crazy, but Yuji Itadori will be the one to kill Ryomen Sukuna. The reason why Gojo had to temporarily die is to let the fight between Sukuna and Yuji Itadori happen, and this is Gege's way of showing us who the real main character of the story is. If Gojo is always around, then the other characters won't be doing much because Gojo will always be able to handle it. So this is why he got the title in the first place. Take when Todo and Itadori was fighting Hanami, for example. They were fighting, and because Satoru Gojo came, the fight was put to an end. We didn't see who would actually win the fight between Hanami and Todo and Itadori. If Gojo is actually going to die, he will be getting these two things, and these are a on-screen death, and with us seeing his neck being completely cut off, or he needs to be completely obliterated. For the people that think that Gojo is actually dead, I'm not forcing you to believe, but I'll be there to tell you guys I told you so when he finally returns to the story. Imagine if the roles were reversed and Gojo killed Sukuna off screen or Kenjaku. In one chapter we see Gojo fighting Sukuna, and in the next chapter we can see Sukuna underground and not seeing exactly how Sukuna died, and got a simple explanation saying I have a insta-kill ability that splits anything in half. That would absolutely make no sense from a writing perspective, and ultimately making Gege look like a lazy writer for Jujutsu Kaisen. If Satoru Gojo is going to die, we will be seeing something that us victims had to witness, like when Toji was brutally stabbing and killing Gojo on screen. Until then, Satoru Gojo is not dead, and as I said before, this is actually just to further the story of Jujutsu Kaisen and get all of the other characters' development in the story until Satoru Gojo is revived. If this video did open your eyes, definitely comment down and let me know what you guys thought about today's video. I really do think that Satoru Gojo is not dead, and this is just the further story. I really want to know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and with that said, I will see you all in my next banger video.